did you think about this today, sir?
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ames, and my best friend Jedi. I had to bring in the Jedi Council for this episode. Boba Fett, episode 6. Wasn't it just so amazing? Today we are talking about the Book of Boba Fett, episode 6, and what an episode it was. An episode for the ages. I'm here with my chatty review. I did not have time to sit down and record a reaction because I got home and I was like, I need to watch this. And I wish I recorded because I was having tears, I was having leaps of joy, and I just was down with this episode because I was unpopular opinion until episode 5. I wasn't really feeling Boba Fett. I really liked it. I did. I just wasn't like, I obviously loved all the callbacks, getting a lot of backstory. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a Star Wars fan. I did love it. I just wasn't loving it like I felt like I was supposed to. So I loved Mando. I loved what they did there. And so whatever. So I went to sit down last week to watch episode 5 and I was kind of just like, I don't know if it's just because I'm tired, but I just miss Mando. And lo and behold, oh my good golly goo 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 episode about Mando. I was so happy. It was so amazing. And I haven't been looking up who's been directing them until the end. I just like being like, who directed that one? And Bryce Dallas Howard, oh my gosh, she did such an amazing job. I just loved her take on it. I loved the tone. I loved everything about it. Where Mando is right now, seeing where he's going to go in the future. So again, get home from work late last night, pop on Boba Fett episode 6, which I then realized is the penultimate. And if you know me and follow me, I tend to not love penultimate episodes because you either don't get any information, tend to be slow. I don't know, but this penultimate I loved so much. Okay, so here are my main takeaways. You literally cannot put R2-D2 on the screen without me having a conniption fit. I started crying. Like, obviously we know in The Mandalorian, he is going to look for Grogu. He had something made for him. Obviously we knew that we were gonna get some Luke Skywalker. Leave it to Dave Filoni. It had to be him to just, and I also didn't know who directed that episode. Again, I wanted it to hit me, bada bing. Obviously Jon Favreau co-wrote. The deep fake was amazing. Like, even better than the Mando series. The technology is getting so good and you're just like, wow. Shamook, I guess his name is the guy that from YouTube. Props to Shamook. Like, it is amazing what they've done. Like, how far can they take this storyline now? They can take it so far because they have, I guess, is it George Hamilton and Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, the performance artist and as the stunt double. The only tiny little nitpick that I'm going to pick is that we all know that Mark Hamill, before they did episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, he did get into an accident which scarred his face. So that's why they had the Wampa, like, scratch his face up. I would have loved to see a little bit of that on this and in The Mandalorian, just for continuity, because I was kind of like, he's too perfect looking, like so whatever. But oh my gosh, like, it was so good. Obviously, Boba Fett and everyone's doing their thing over there on Tatooine. Just when you get R2, you get the droids building the new temple, and then you get Ahsoka Tano. Rosario Dawson is just, I love her already, and then it's perfect casting. So if you guys, which you probably do, I watch Clone Wars. Clone Wars is really great. You get a lot of story in that, especially with, spoiler, Cad Bane, because I'm more of a movie follower. I haven't seen a ton of Clone Wars, so like I know who Cad Bane is, but like you really have to kind of watch that. Oh my God, I'm just skipping ahead of myself. I was just so happy to see her. And then we get the moment with Grogu and he's learning and he almost wants to eat the frog. And then we have Luke teaching him. We have Luke like force jumping him. It's just crazy because Grogu feels Mando and Mando is really trying to like make sure he does right for him and right by him. But it's just really interesting, the clash of the Mandalorian and the Jedi ways. So, you know, he really wanted to do the right thing for him. So we get the reveal of what he had made for him, and it was a little chainmail little outfit, and it was adorable. I was hoping that little Grogu was gonna get Yoda's lightsaber, but I was like, I'm not sure if they're gonna do that, which they did. And I guess since the comics, it was all the Jedi lightsabers were burned, so they're just like, we're just gonna leave that aside. Interesting to see Luke, because this is his first student. It was really amazing to see Ahsoka with Luke because his dad, Anakin Skywalker, trained her. She was his Padawan. And I just really hope there's more scenes with them. I thought it was just so great. Luke has given Grogu a ultimatum. Only a Sith deals in absolution, so we'll see. But as soon as he gave Grogu that choice, I was like, oh, okay. He's going to choose Mando, and Luke and Grogu are going to head back to Tatooine, and it is going to be an epic battle that ensues on Tatooine. Luke returning home, Boba Fett, Mando. We'll see if Grogu uses some of his powers because Luke is helping him remember, and that was really interesting. So yeah, we've seen that Grogu was living at the Jedi Temple, and then when Order 66 came in, like, he had a crazy flashback just like Padme. What are we gonna learn? Like, who wiped his memory? What is going on? Oh, I cannot wait for Mandalorian season 3. It's gonna be insane, and it just makes sense then if Grogu's gonna be with him. But I that's my prediction, which is going to happen. And I knew exactly when he offered him those two things. Like, but I'm like, why can't he do both? Why? The guy's 50 years old, but he's still a little baby child. But I'm like, he's 50. Unless Mando really talks him out of it and is like, no, like, you have to do this. Like, it's the last of your kind. Like, you have to. I just thought this episode was so beautiful. The deep fake on Luke Skywalker was insane. I actually had to pause the episode halfway through, and I had to have a moment, and I turned to my husband and I was like, what they have done here in like a sheer 2 season with The Mandalorian, and now these 6 episodes in Boba Fett, and you're like, wow, how the F did they F it up in the new Star Wars trilogy? Like, that, it ruined a lot for me. It really did. Guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just so excited for these like side quell stories. They've really brought the nostalgia back with enough callbacks that it's not just like in your face and like the Naboo fighter and all of that stuff. It's awesome, and it's just a little bit, and it fits everything. Everything that they do fits. The callback to Anakin, it makes you feel like the right people are in charge. And now what they can do with all the deep fake stuff. Like, I mean, Mark Hamill isn't getting any younger, but it's just great that he can still do his voice acting. And it's so great that they can tell these stories. This is the best time in Luke Skywalker's life. Like, this is when he became like so good and he got even better. And I'm just like, I want to see that. And yeah, we can't go back in time. And so we can only go forward. And you just want to make all the good stuff. So the reason why I had to pause it was not only to bash the new trilogy, but it was because I was like, effing finally, we're getting to see some Padawan training. I was like, this is what Star Wars is all about. You love the Jedi Padawan training. Like, to see Luke and little Grogu run through the forest just like he did when he was training with Yoda, like, it was so beautiful. And the training and with like the ball and like everything, I was just like, this is some good stuff. Like, this is what you want to see when you're watching some Star Wars stuff. So it's like, finally oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy right now. I'm such a loser. Anyways, you guys, that's all she wrote. My predictions are in. What are your predictions for the season finale? Oh, I really hope Grogu kicks some butt, but we'll see. I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a showdown. And you know, it's so cool because Mandalorian is a Western, and it was just so cool to see Cad Bane walking through. He looked so badass. It was such a perfect Western moment. What's his dingle? Vanth is obviously still alive. Looks like he got hit in the shoulder. I wonder how Luke will beat him if it comes down to him, but it might be a showdown between Boba and Cad Bane, but we'll see. Guys, let me know your theories in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking is gonna happen. If you agree, you disagree. If you liked my video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.